Okay, time for another video. I'm going to talk about the race hood attachment I did here. It's on a hinge now, so it's fairly robust. This is aircraft quality plywood, and then in behind here is a chunk of Teflon which is sliding around an aluminum tube, so it's got a nice smooth motion and it won't wear down at all because it's the Teflon against the aluminum, not so much the wood. There's a bracket inside here that helps a bit with triangulation. The neat thing though is that when I'm inside, I have this cord going down here, and in here is another chunk of Teflon. So this rope, by the way, is clothesline rope, which does not stretch. That's very important. But it will go in through this little doohickey, again out of Teflon, so that there's no wear on the rope. But when I'm inside, I can just take that up like that. I got the rope inside here, tight, put it snug, and then I've got a little bracket here. I just twist around, and voila, I can whatever. Mainly it's when I need to, adjust my helmet or go into, I've got a backup here, and I don't know if you can see it or not in the video, but an Inutech hydration vest that cools you down. I'll put a link to that, but essentially you soak it, wring it out, and wear it, and when there's air movement it really cools you down. It does work, it's great, because otherwise these things tend to be sweat boxes. Before I do that, I reversed the tiller. Normally the brake is up here, and so you just have your two fingers on each hand. But now what I've with a reversed, and I have this clothesline rope attached up to here, which is quite strong. All I do is pull down the whole tiller, and I've got braking. So got much more torque available, and I will be changing over to the 90 centimeter diameter brake drums very soon here. They originally came with just the 70s. But when I take this off, I've got a quick release thing here. Again, very strong, but easy to, just a chunk of Teflon that I've doing a bit of carving on. Okay, take that off, and I'll just mention too, this the Hilgo is the only velo where you can take this entire top bit on and off quite easily. It's got 10 bolts all around. You just take the bolts off. I've timed myself. It takes about 7 minutes for me to take the top off, and another 7 minutes to put the top back on. Then you have perfect access to everything in here, up by the chain ring and whatnot, whatever you need. Okay, and then I'll just let that down again. And very important point is bowline knot. I don't know who invented the bowline knot, but they should get, they probably invented hundreds if not thousands of years ago, but you can tighten them to a very great degree, but the secret is it's very easy to loosen and untie again. So when I do need to take this top off, I obviously have to detach this bit of cord, and very easy with the bowline knot here, and Take it in and out like so. Come on. And put it in again. Tie the knot like that, and there's the little mnemonic. The rabbit goes into the hole and then around the tree and back into the hole again, or something like that. But yeah, very easy. Okay, now for the boring stuff. Deliberative democracy. Why? Maybe one big question that'll come up is, why use this to try and get this book, which is now out of print, known to a wider audience? As I wrote the Globe and Mail back in 1997, this book is possibly the most important book to come out of Canada in the late 20th century. I'm now very convinced that it's also the most important book to come out of Canada in the third millennium. Anyways, if you want to know why, just go to my website. This is the sheet of quotes that I photocopied back 25 years ago that I was giving out to folks as I cycled across Canada. It's a PDF available on the first page of my website. I encourage you to have a look. And I've also got a link to the publisher. That's one of the main things I want to get done is this book back in print again, because it's unavailable. You know, supposedly I'm on my way to first cycle to Edmonton to give a copy to the Premier, and then cycle to Ottawa to give a copy to the Prime Minister. But no way am I gonna give something as valuable to this as this to a mere politician who's just gonna let it gather dust on a shelf, right? So first of all, it needs to get back in print. But getting back again to why this? Well, back in '97, I cycled to Ottawa, first on a conventional bike. I don't know if you can see that yellow one way back up in there. Did that one from Edmonton to Thunder Bay, but I was getting sciatica because it's a conventional bike. And then I bought a recumbent, went from Sault Ste. Marie to Ottawa on that. But this is much more aerodynamic than a mere recumbent. And I'm 25 years older. I mean, today I just turned 64. But, so I need all the help I can get. So that's one reason. Second reason, when I turn into a grocery store or something to stock up, or gas station to take a dump or whatever, people are going to look at this thing and they're going to say, okay, what's that old fart doing in the clown car? I got to find out. That gives me a chance to talk to people. And what am I going to talk to them about? I won't mention this book right away. I'll just say, okay, I'm doing a cross-country survey. Can I ask you 2 questions? And maybe, hopefully they'll say, yeah, sure, what the hell. First question, are you optimistic or pessimistic about the future? And if they're anything like me, I say, well, I'm pessimistic. Okay, second question, what are you pessimistic about? And they'll give, some some issue, and whatever that might be. And then I will apply what this book says about deliberative democracy, where deliberative democracy should be applied. And there's 3 different criteria. The acronym is S, V is in Victor, T is in Tango. S is if citizens, on any particular issue, if the citizens are asked to make a significant sacrifice. If so, that's one good reason to use deliberative democracy. second reason, V, are there conflicting values? And, you know, we can, all sorts of issues, and there are going to be conflicting values. Third one, T, is trust lacking? And we know today, much more so than when this book was written, trust is lacking. So that's, and if those three criteria are met by any particular issue, that indicates a potential issue where it's too important to be left to politicians. It should be just like BC and Ontario did with figuring out if they wanted to get rid of first past the post electoral system, you know, essentially changing the Constitution. You have what is essentially deliberative democracy. In that case, it was an actual citizens' assembly and random sampling across the provinces of people to get involved in a citizens' assembly. So yeah, I encourage you to look up citizens' assemblies, deliberative democracy. There's a whole bunch more stuff on my website. I don't know if I've pretty well covered everything I need to today. Thanks for watching.